been 3 weeks now since my daughter has been out of routine. And when I say routine, I'm talking here about school and routine and, you know, the drill. Prior to this, the whole time my daughter was in school, ever since she started nursery actually, I was actually getting a lot of comments from her school about her development and her speech and how she's still non-verbal up to this point and she don't really talk or interact much with anyone, which I personally, as her mother, don't see a problem with at all. If that's what she wants to do up until now, is not stopping her learning anything, is not stopping her from learning anything or from progressing and education wise. So in the last 3 weeks and up to this point now, I've noticed so much improvement in my daughter, although she's been off school, but she's improved so much in so many different ways, and all the things that she couldn't learn in school this whole time, she's now learnt in the last 3 weeks. She stayed home with me and she was just learning stuff at home. Routine doesn't have to necessarily help your child, and this is what being out of routine has done for my daughter. I've noticed how she'll wake up in the morning and whilst she's still in bed, she'll look at my walls and I've got posters everywhere of different things, and she'd look at the posters and start reading them, right, to open her mind into reading today. Then she'll pick up a book while she's still in bed and she'll start reading a story or reading a book. Then she'll get out of bed and go to her room. Then she'll pick out one of the boards she's got in her room. It's got like the numbers from 1 to 100 on it. She'll count from 1 to 100. Then she'll pick up another board with the ABCs. She'll do the A to Z and sing along as well. Then she'll move into the shapes or move into something else. Then she'll actually be ready for breakfast or brushing her teeth, whatever she wants to do first, and sit down and watch some TV and then go back to learning again when she wants to. And this just made me realize how we literally turn our beautiful creations, those young people, and I'm not even going to refer to them as children because they're not, they're literally young people just like us, how we sort of enforce this robotic routine on them from a very young age. We literally turn them into robots, having to do the same things over and over every day. Literally, it's like the quote that everyone knows, same shit, different day, and that's what most of these young people do. Routine is boring and it can really slow down the process of your child learning something, right? There's no fun or joy in doing and repeating the same thing every day. We can, yes, do the same thing every day, but differently, and it doesn't have to be in the morning and it doesn't have to be at a particular time. Because this is exactly what puts my child off. For example, when I was working, I remember the days where I used to wake up for work. I used to stay with my mum at the time because she lived closer to my daughter's school than I did, so it was just easier to get my mum to do the school runs for me since I had to start my shift the same time she started school. And I just remember waking up in the morning and the whole thing was just rushed and too fast. It's just too quick, too fast. You get up in the morning and before you even get time to unwind, and I'm talking here about myself and my daughter as well, then breakfast is sort of pushed on you and she's not even hungry, or what if she don't want to eat right now? Then getting dressed is sort of forced on you as well and rushed and quick, then rushing her into the car, then to rush her into school and then to rush her into the gates. And sometimes throughout the whole process as well, bless her, she would actually be in tears and crying throughout the whole process because it's too fast. And for a child like mine, she likes slow. You know, she likes a slow morning. She likes to take her time. And that's why, bless her, she's able to learn in the morning when she wakes up in bed, because that's the time she feels like she wants to actually absorb something, then have breakfast, then do other stuff, right? Children's research actually shows as well that the best time to learn for your brain, even for us adults, the best time to learn anything or get anything into your brain is the morning, because that's when you first wake up, right? Your brain is like in reset mode. It's ready to receive now information. And the best time to pick up a book is the best time to learn a new hobby or do whatever skill you want to do. Like the quote says, early bird eats the worm. Yes, but also slow and steady, not fast, not rushed, not too quick, because we don't like that in adults, and so do children. And I think that's what I'm learning through my daughter now, observing her since she's been off now school for a while. I've been watching how she's been starting her mornings and stuff, and how slow she likes them, and how she's been learning a lot as well throughout, because it's enabled her now to unlock all her potential. She's at home doing her thing the way she wants to and the way she feels like she's able now to receive information and learn and enjoy learning. Yes, my love, you're so clever.
Standing still is boring. Let's go somewhere. Let's go this way.
You're so funny.
What should we do now?
Nah, you're amazing, my darling. Children don't like routine. Children don't enjoy routine. Routine makes children tired and exhausted and just out of energy. And in result of that, they don't end up learning anything in the end anyways. And this is why it slows down their process of learning something, because they're in an exhausting routine every day. This is why a lot of children end up hating school as well, because they're being forced into it every morning when they don't really want to go. In the last 3 weeks now, my daughter has been learning a lot. And she's now fully saying sentences and fully talking fluently now as well, which this was something that she was not able to do in school. She's fully saying sentences and talking like an adult now. Mummy, can I have this? Mummy, can you take me there? Mummy, can you get me this? Mummy, can I have that? She's fully engaging in conversations with me now as well, and giving her opinions and saying things and telling me how she feels. And not only that, but she's also now starting to write proper sentences as well. She got a notepad the other day. She was like, Mummy, can I have a notepad? I was like, of course. And then she was like, can I have a pen, please? I was like, of course. And then I watched her just starting to write sentences, and she's only 4. It's literally her first year in reception. The other thing that I've noticed her really, really improve at as well in the last 3 weeks was reading. She's a really, really good reader, and she was always, to be fair, she was always a good reader because she started reading when she was only 1.5 years old. She started reading words. This is when I actually noticed that talent, and that was well before she even started nursery as well. But now she's fully reading books on her own, to the point where she don't even like me reading her books anymore. She likes to read them herself. And if I try to help her, she don't like it. She likes to read it herself. And to be honest, she's got to that point now. She's that good now that she don't even quite need my help anymore anyways. I just literally just listen to her. Like last night, bless her, she read me a story before bed, and I actually had the best sleep after that story. But she read me a story all on her own without any help. And these are just improvements I've noticed in my 4-year-old daughter just in the last 3 weeks of her being home with me and learning at home with me rather than going to school and being in a routine. My daughter learns differently to other kids, and that's okay, because I think real parenting is realizing those differences in your child and realizing those needs, realizing that those differences also require certain needs because they are different to everyone else, right? As an example of that, my 4-year-old likes to snack, play, and learn all at the same time. I've got one of those chairs which you can swing, right? And she'll put a book on that chair and she'll swing and turn around with it while there's a snack on there as well. So she'll be snacking, learning or reading that book, and also swinging at the same time. Whereas in school, she can't do that, unfortunately, because obviously playtime is playtime and food time is food time, and you have to sit on a chair and a table, and she doesn't like being still. Obviously, that's her way of learning, right? She enjoys learning more when she's moving about and also snacking at the same time, which I personally find quite fun, to be fair. She's doing 3 things at one time. And that's just how she likes it. Because children researchers also show that the best way to learn for a child is actually to be moving about anyways, is not to be sat on a chair and a table. And the way my daughter is just proves that, to be fair, because when I watch her all the time playing or learning or doing whatever she's doing, she's always moving about, even when she's watching TV and learning certain things on TV. Or I put on these different videos for her where she can learn things, right? And she'll be bouncing all over the place while she's learning and repeating the words on the TV. So sometimes the routines we put our children in, and then the routines they get put in school as well, and the things they have to follow, may not actually be as good as we think it is for them. Maybe it won't actually help them like we think it will. And this is why real parenting is realizing those differences in your child and embracing them and protecting them. Because you want to protect your child's love for learning, right? You don't want them to hate school or hate learning and hate education. So it's all about tailoring something that's actually suitable for their needs and realizing that they are different to other children and not all children are the same. And just creating a safe environment as well, where they can just be themselves and just be happy and learn as and when and do what they want to do, rather than being enforced into a routine which they don't even like. I think parenting can be very effortless indeed. When we stop judging ourselves and comparing ourselves to other people and thinking that we have to all do the same things everyone else does, we're constantly placing pressure on ourselves and comparing ourselves to other people and thinking that we're not good enough, when in reality parenting is actually very effortless only if we listen to our children, right? Only if we look at what they actually need and be there for them and treat them like real, and actually treat them like real people. Listen. Let them choose, hear them out, attend to their needs, understand their differences, understand that maybe they don't want to be like everyone else and maybe they don't want to do the same things everyone else wants to do.